wanted to like improv and change lyrics because we're working on a new record right now. And we're in that headspace.
Hell yeah.
Y'all give it up again for Cage the Elephant, you guys.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, this is, that was the performances, part one, and now we have just a little, this is one of my favorite things, so we get to talk to you guys and just get some questions. These are Capital One card holders, and they have some questions for you. Can we ask a couple questions? All right. Well, the first one, this is a topic that a lot of people have the same kind of questions, so I can't give personal credit to it, but do you guys have a creative process for songwriting? Like, what's your favorite song that either you've written or your favorite song to perform? Maybe it's the same song.
Well, my favorite song I've ever written is the new song right now, because it's gonna be the favorite song. One of them probably is Telescope.
Yeah.
For sure. And Broken Boy.
Nice.
But as far as the process, I mean, we usually pair off, like two of us, and find a structure to work off of, get the bones down, and then improv lyrics, record it, listen back, and try to like decode what I think I was saying or something like that.
You guys like get together, like you guys have conversations, see kind of where everybody's at, life-wise or experience-wise, try to pour that kind of stuff into the song.
I mean, we definitely dip out of the studio. Me and Mathen writes a good deal with lyrics as well.
Mathen, baby.
And go for walks, talk. A big thing that's an important tool for me is to kind of like pick an analogy or something, like we're like, all right, this entire stanza is going to be about archery, but not really, but something like that. Really kind of work within that framework, and it uncovers a lot of really cool stuff sometimes. So.
This next question, this comes from Kevin and Jill. Kevin and Jill here. Since your live shows, they're all so excited, they're so compelling. Like, do you have any like plans for putting out a live album that like captures all that, so people can just like live it at home?
Yeah, for sure. We did the Unpeeled record.
Unpeeled,
and, I think it was like Deep Hands or something. There was one early. I don't even know. It's funny. I think it was named this way earlier. Because we've been a band for 20 years now. We found out this last month. We're like, oh wow, our first show was in 2006. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, we definitely would like to do that again. Especially the Unpeeled thing. Love stripping the songs back down to
Yeah.
where they were in the first show.
Hell yeah.
Alexandra and Kamina have a question. How do you think that you've evolved from the first album, from where the band is right now, compared to that first album?
I think with each record, you try to reimagine things, or I was trying to kind of put myself in the mind frame of, if this was the first record I was ever putting out, what would I want to hear at that time? So I think the way that we've evolved is just record by record, continually trying to find something to be obsessed over in music and put that into our music.
And I have a personal experience with this. This question from Giselle. I would like to know, what's your most memorable performance of your career? Before you give me your answer, I'm going to give you mine. I've seen you guys a number of times playing, whether it's the iHeartRadio Music Festival, but the first time I saw you guys in an arena like this, it was this arena, and it was one of our first Alter Ego concerts. And dude, you were climbing this motherfucker like crazy. You were like all over the place, running around. And I remember, because I was with some of your label people and management people, they were very concerned that you were going to hurt yourself. They have an interest in keeping you healthy and standing. So, but I decided, man, you had this whole place going. Now that's a fan experience, but from your personal, any kind of memorable performance, like of all the performances, that one sticks out?
It's been a wild ride, and there's been a lot of amazing moments. Recently, though, we got asked to go on tour with Oasis, and every one of those performances was insane.
That was crazy.
I mean, really cool venues, obviously, to be performing in, and then also knowing that every night I was going to get to hear like my favorite band play after that, definitely added to it for sure. So.
And last but not least, it's been almost, we were talking about how the longevity of the band so far, 20 years. You have a large catalog of songs, but when it comes to like a show like tonight, like how do you determine what songs you're making it, what songs you want to do? How's the set list come together?
You gotta play the hits, man.
Play the hits. That's what people want.
Tom Petty, baby!
No, that's a funny story. Funny story, seriously. We did the Tom Petty.
Yep.
It was honoring him and his body of work.
Woo!
And he asked for us to play Mary Jane's Last Dance. So we practiced. We were in Europe, I think, on tour when we got the call. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. So we got a rehearsal space, practice. Played the show, went great. Everybody, went down really well. But backstage, we're like, Mr. Petty would like to meet you. So they bring us into his dressing room, and he was a pretty quiet guy, very chill. And we file on him, we're all really nervous, and it's tense. It's like nervous, tense in the room. Not the back, but like we're just nervous guys. We're fanning out. And right then, Dave Grohl busts in the door and he's like, tequila shot!
He comes in like the Kool-Aid man.
So anyways, so like, you know, a couple shots in, I'm like, talking to Tom Petty, I'm like, I feel like we could have been friends in high school. And I was like, you know, I really want to thank you for, in part, teaching me how to write songs, because your songs are so great, they're the soundtrack to my life. And so I was like, is there any tips or pointers you can share with me? And he like looks at me, he's got these aviators on, and he like pushes me down, looks over to me, and goes, gotta write the hits, man. Fair, alright, no taking.
That's awesome. Hey, let's give it up one more time for Casey Elson, everyone. And before we let everybody go, I include you. We're going to take one quick picture for our friends at Capital One. This way you guys can have it all yourself. But we're asking you to stay right where you are. Then you're going to turn around.